Alright, so we have the Chain Apocalypse Warlock. If you can get a hold of it, grab yourself an Air Edition on the helmet. Don't forget that you can actually roll a tempering on an ancestral to be a greater affix. So there's no reason why you won't have the greater affix on the tempering, which is max life here. On the chest piece, I'm using Flesh-Rit Carapace. 86 out of 90% of its power, which is not bad. And again, you want to roll maximum life. The chest piece is not ancestral, so I actually could not roll the maximum life to be the greater affix. Don't make the same mistake I did and waste hundreds of restoration scrolls before you ask ChatGPT or Google it. You could even ask Grok. The hands of the Worldbreaker are your gloves. On them, you're going to want a combination of crit chance, crit damage, and fire damage or vulnerable damage multiplier. You could also fit in something for resilience, like a maximum health, which is always good, instead of that life regen. But this one happens to have a greater affix on the critical strike with an almost perfect fire damage multiplier. So I took the life gen as one of the negatives. Also, since it was ancestral, I was able to put the greater affix on the damage per overpower stack, which brings that to a marvelous 20% instead of it being only 10%. 12.5%, including your blacksmith upgrades. Masterworking. Mine's got 376 out of 400% increased apocalypse damage. There's room for improvement here for sure. My legs, just a regular legendary aspect, called Heavenly Strength. Since we are using a two-handed weapon, this reduces your damage by 40% when you use a two-handed weapon. In the gem slots, I have the Seer and Q runes. Cast 5 skills become exhausted, and one time doing that, you get Earthen Bulwark for 3 seconds. It lasts a little bit more than 3 because of some extensions that you have, I believe. Maybe not. These pair of pants happen to have a greater affix on potion capacity maximum life. I do find with the changes they made in the game, potion capacity to be extremely useful. Having only 4 potions is tough. So that allows me to have 8. I put the greater affix from the masterworking on the resist elements simply because I need a lot more than I have, and that seems to be one of the things that'll benefit me the most. Also, rolled a maximum life as greater from the tempering. The boots are the bone weave treads of a cursed touch. I've experimented with using this and not using this and switching to other things. The person who created the build uses this in his final setup. This just basically makes the enemies vulnerable for you. The stacking of the curses and them coming out and exploding, it doesn't do anything in this build. It looks cool, sure. On it, we've got attacks, reduce evades, cooldown, although still getting used to being able to dodge whenever I want. I forget to do so. don't forget to roll your greater affix if it's an ancestral on the movement speed as well. I did manage to get a greater affix on plus to Hellfire skills, which I then put the greater affix upgrade from the masterworking on as well, giving it a total of +4. My weapon is the Crematur's Bonebreaker. Crematur is an absolute powerhouse for the build. It may say when you have 4 more overpower, your fire skill cast deals 190% increased damage. But the way that is worded, this is so incredibly powerful that even a damage bonus star greater affix on a grandfather, where you can get 700% increased damage, still cannot compare to this 190% damage. The way that this is worded is your fire skill casts deal 190% multiplied damage. Somehow this ends up being the biggest thing that you can do to your character's damage. So I've experimented with other weapons and stuff. This is the setup. Now on the weapon, you don't want willpower. You want weapon damage, a maximum life, simply because the number is huge. You don't want to miss out on having that, survivability reasons. Critical strike damage is on mine, and fire damage multiplier as well. I also rolled critical strike chance with tempering as a greater affix on it, giving me 15%. The fire damage multiplier may not be the best place for the greater affix from the masterworking, but that's where I have it right now. It's a possibility if I switched it over to that critical strike damage, it'll make me do more damage in general. I just thought the fire damage multiplier was a really good idea because even the non-crits would end up being higher, and all in all, it might end up making it do more damage. But I have to double check on that, I'm not 100% sure. On my necklace, I'm using the Hemat Stone. This one, you add the damage overpower per stack with the tempering, get your greater affix. I've got vulnerable damage on it, and plus 2 occult skills. You could do occult or hellfire skills. It's got willpower and maximum life. Meets some requirements in the life tree with that. Gotta have some willpower on the character. There's a lot of new variety in the game you don't have in the previous versions because you used to not be able to have so many different things. Uniques had specific bonuses, they wouldn't be random, and so forth and so on. So the Hemat Stone, I got 24 to 30% on that. And then also, with the cube, I added a aspect. The one I added heals you when you cast a skill for 4.5% of your life. Normally 3% is the highest, but since it's on the necklace, it goes to 4.5. 9% if you're injured. This is what freed the Undying aspect up from the boots to put on Vampiric Curse. Now the ring is the Crushing. 64 out of 65% increase while fortified, almost at the max there. I got vulnerable damage, critical strike damage, critical strike chance, attack speed, and then tempered that damage per overpower. I made sure it was the greater affix and the masterwork and greater affix got applied to that one as well. On this ring, I did the same thing with the overpower. It's the Ring of the Starless Sky mythic item. It automatically comes with only attack speed, critical strike chance, lucky hit chance, core skills, and it always has spending primary resource reduces the resource cost of the skill, increases the damage by 10% for 3 seconds, up to 50%. So that stacks 5 times. If you attack fast, you keep it up. You'll get 50% more damage, a very strong 50% multiplier. Inside of Soul Shards, we've got Ritualistic Shard, and we're using Scorching Fragment with that. And in your skill tree, go ahead and grab yourself Bombardment, add Focus Target, an additional demon to that, and then morph that to Endless Barrage. I have this on my R2. Blazing Scream, go ahead and grab Damage and Impact Velocity, and then morph it to Obliteral Scream. Then you have Umbral Chains. Go ahead and grab Heavy Harpoon, Capture Damage, and morph it to Chain Whips. Nether Step, you're going to have damage reduction and movement speed. It's not taking a morph. You're grabbing Dark Prison, putting in Weaken, Fortify, and morphing it to Chain Aura. Coming down to the next section, you're grabbing Sigil of Subversion, putting movement speed, slow, and morphing it to Sigil of Lava. On the other side, grab Sigil of Summons, put in damage only. Then grab Sigil of Chaos, put in Validity Duration, Validity Casts, and morph it to Hellfire Aura. Coming down to the bottom, Ultimate, grab Apocalypse, put in Survivor Damage, put in Double Blast, and morph it to the middle Annihilation section. The skills that you're going to put maximum points into are Umbral Chains, Nether Step, get them up to 15. Apocalypse, and with your leftover points, you're going to dump them into Blazing Scream. Whatever's left over. Okay. For the Paragon, starting at the bottom, I come down to the left here, up, grab these two to the side. I am currently at 242 Paragon, so you could leave things out as needed. You come in here, slap in Hellforge. Make sure you got your qualifying intelligence on the outside. We come up here, we grab these here, damage, area, extra bonus. But come down here to the bottom, this is for damage again. Also for maximum life. But notice how it has plus 20 damage. This, okay, maximum life. Okay, so we come down and grab those. You're going to go to the side, grab this Hellfire damage here, here, here. Now we're going to come up here, go to the next board. The board is Ritualism. That's the shape. The glyph is on the bottom right. So you come up, go to the left, grab all these here. These help a lot with spirability. Come up here, grab all these up here. Come down here, grab your legend. You get back here, you're going to come up, put your glyph in, grab these down here. It's validity stuff. This one here. Go over to the right, grab all these, including this willpower. It's all going to give you critical strike from putting in Wrath. Come up, grab to the left so you get that willpower there, here, a whole bunch in a row. And you're going to come up here, go up here and grab this stuff for survivability. Going to the next one. This is called Chaos. See the way it's shaped here? The glyph is on the bottom right. So you're going to come in, you're going to go down, up here, grab yourself the legendary. Make sure you grab this yellow and the blues around it. Grab this yellow, blues around it, but not the top blue here. Don't need the lucky chance. You're going to come over to the right, grab these yellows here, some survivability, max wrath. Come in here, make sure you go up and grab your willpower when you get the extra point to do so. This is damage per overstack increase from any willpower you select. So we are grabbing every willpower almost that we can. There's another one here, requires 2 points to get to it. There's another one at the end here, but at the moment I don't have the extra points to be able to invest in that. Although that's not actually a bad idea. That's 1, 2, and 3 of them. 4, 5. So you would grab these in the future, and that adds to damage stack overpower, which is a very big bonus for us. Come up here to the left, go ahead and grab the total armor. Come over here to the right, and you're going into the one called Greater Hex. Shape it where the glyph is towards the top. So we come in here this way, grab all of these for survivability. Come down here, go all the way down to the blue one. Some vulnerable damage. Come up here, grab Greater Hex Legendary. Then back here you go up, grab that blue intelligence for validity bonus, any intelligence you pick. Come up, put in Entropy. Come to the right, up and over, grab yourself your intelligence up there, and this is what I'm working on right now. I'm going to be going down with each point and coming over here to grab this max life and total armor. For survivability, I'm going to be coming down to grab this stuff first. Then when I'm done with that, I'm probably going to go grab the overpower damage, and by then the build's probably going to be complete. So coming up here, we grab that intelligence up there, make sure over here too. We're going to go up to the top, and now we're putting in the final board. This one is called Fathomless. Make it where the glyph is on the bottom left. So you go up, one before the center, turn to the right, follow it over, grab the yellow, skip the blue on the top right, the healing received. Come over to the left, go up, grab this node. It's a lot of resistance. These two added to your build. Come up here and just grab the legendary. And then down here you go to the left. You're going to put in Eldritch Sight. And now you're going to grab damage down here. And I'm not sure why I grabbed this strength though. Oh right, so I can get to this vulnerable damage, this willpower. Okay, that's why. And then you just come up here and grab these willpowers over here for the vulnerable damage increase. Alright, that's the Paragon board. I take Hired Mercenary right here. I go to the right, stick to the left of the right. Eventually going down to Inspiration. By grabbing Bastion, by grabbing right here is Aegis, by grabbing Groundsling. For my reinforcement, I use Variana, and we make it where it's anytime I cast Umbral Chains, she will cast Bloodthirst, which gives me some attack speed. In these, I can't tell you what to do. Just read them and experiment, take them out, put them in as you see fit. So that's the character, and I'm going to go ahead and do a full war plan command table on Torment 12 with no problems. So let me finish off this one pit. To make things a little easier on myself, I'm going to run it at 120. I've been getting killed lately to things that I don't even know what killed me. So I'll run it at 120. Should be okay to do a no-death run. And that's a T120 in the pit. No death. Giving me 9 available upgrades. However, 16%. Oh, sucky. Okay. Come on, 16. Oh, 128, come on. Fuck you. Oh, come on, 16. Oh, come on, 16. Oh, fucking gambling addiction. Oh, come on, not even one? Oh, thanks for the one. Ugh. Okay.
They've sent their regards.
I don't know why I did that. I just felt like I wanted to turn it into a charm. See, right now, what I'm looking for is something like this. 3 occult skills and 3 hellfire skills is equal, because my damage comes from my ultimate only, and the apocalypse is a hellfire skill and an occult skill at the same time. What the one I'm using has is potion healing increase, which is useless to me. What this one has is the same 3-level damage increase. Hellfire, not occult, but it's the same. But it has 488 fire resistance. This indeed is an actual upgrade. Which is crazy because at this point it's so rare to get that. So the idea is that all of these will have Hellfire or Occult on them, but the second thing on it is also some type of resistance because my character needs that real badly. Like, for example, see how this has resist all elements? I can only imagine how great it would be if I could put that resist all elements as the secondary thing on every one of those 5. That could be up to 40% resistance to everything from this alone. So that would be ideal. In a perfect world, it would have Hellfire or Occult plus 3, and then the second thing would be resistance to all elements. Total armor is still good and all that, but you can pack that on in other ways. So none of these are upgrades, because the top one absolutely has to be the skill level. So we can turn them in and try to make a better one. I usually just do that right away. Slot 3 in, do the conversion, add 2, do the conversion, add 2, convert, and if it's not my color, I'm not interested. I like to keep extra space in here, so what I do is I get rid of all of the blue and the yellow ones of those. I deconstruct the material. I haven't been using that yet, but eventually I'll need it, I think. Okay, so now we're going to do a command table. And we're going to try to do it as fast as we can on purpose. Alright? So let's do Infernal Horde, Undercity. Let's use this to give us experience, some more experience, and then some gems. Sounds good to me. I pick it by the reward. I don't pick it for what the activity is. So now we are doing an Infernal Horde.
You know where to find me.
Here we go, the Infernal Horde. There's also something I need to do in here. I need to get 1,666 crystal of those Aether things by the end. If I could do that, I get 3 or more, I think. I get like 4 of those resplendent sparks that make the mythic items. Then I can get myself a better ring or a better Air of Perdition. Mythic items can indeed come with greater affixes, so all 4 of the affixes can actually be graders, which is amazing. I forget, if I run over the same spot, boom, instantly dead. It didn't just naturally give me not even one chaos? What the fuck? That's not fair. There should have been one chaos. They changed it. It used to be where if you did a 10, you guaranteed one. But now, no. You'll get a lot if you select this, though. You'll get a lot. But I can't unselect this, or I can't get that challenge, because that chest that costs 1,000 does not appear unless you have this. So I actually need to level this up one level to make things a little easier on myself and have some goblins. The goblins are the key to this whole thing. One of the chaos rifts is nothing but goblins, and everyone you kill turns into two. So the whole screen can get filled with them, and the stronger you are, the more you can make, and the more Aether drops, and it's just like you can get thousands of Aether from that if you're strong enough. Kind of need that to happen. That's not enough for shit! Terrible choices. They didn't give any of the times on the spire.
You would find only your own death. Mainlander, what brings you?
Alright, so there's like things you can do to gear with this cube. So like, I don't want my weapon to have willpower on it. Let's say, for example. So, I want to remove an affix. And I want to make sure that it removes a core stat. Right? Okay. So, now the willpower was removed. Now what I want to do is I want to add an affix and oops. I want to add an affix and I want the affix to be offensively targeted, right? So let's see what I can get on here with this. It put the willpower back and considers that offensive. So now if I re-roll this, it's going to hit the weapon damage on me. So we don't want to do that. What we want to do is we want to remove the affix again. And again we want to say core stat. And again, willpower is gone, everything else is the same. Okay. We'll go again. But this time we're going to say add an affix and add something else. Alright, 40 out of 50% critical strike damage. This is good. So I want to add another affix to it. Add an affix. Right. I want it to be offensive. So one more thing can go on here, and it could be vulnerable damage, it could be fire damage multiplier. It's an all damage multiplier. So I just basically, I made a good weapon. I did. What I can do is I can take it over to her and I can have her select the all damage, and then we can use her to change the all damage multiplier over to fire or vulnerable. Here's a fire. And the fire, it goes to 20, so that's not a good roll. Let's keep going. Here we go. The maximum fire damage multiplier. Okay. Now, I'm looking at the two weapons here. And if I wanted more survivability, I would switch to this weapon. My fire damage multiplier is going to go down a little bit. But another thing about the weapon that I actually really like is how it's got 1.00 attack speed per second, and the other one I'm using now is 0.90. That 0.10% of a second, it makes a difference in how fast I cast And so I'm interested in kind of seeing the feel of this one. So let's go ahead and go over here and add the crit chance from weapons section, critical strike chance. I'm going to make sure that's a greater, because this is an ancestral. So we're not going to stop until it becomes a greater. A greater is not 10, as the highest says here, but 12.5. So we're just looking for that 12.5. Maybe I won't use the restoration scroll. Nope, now I have to. But I have 262, and I'm going to use them. 12.5, here we go. 2 restoration scroll. There we go, done. Now you can see it turned into a star down here, 12.5 critical chance. Okay, so the weapon is being primed to be perfect. Let's come over here and add premature. Okay, and still at the same 190.
Stones to cut,
And we're going to add some slots. And how are we doing with gems too? Because maybe we can get 5 royal. So, is it true if I put 5 royal into the cube, it will make... No. What's this? Oh, I didn't even know you could do that. Interesting. Okay. I heard that you can use these gems to make them... Hold on a second. So you can use the Heraldric Cube to make Grand Gem. It's probably going to say no now that I made the gems and I don't need them. So how many royal gems do I need? I've got 5 royal gems now, and the cube will not turn them into a ring. Great. The one you can't do is royal to grand. So I just made these fucking gems for nothing, and there's nothing I can do to reverse it. and you cannot get your powder back. Look. Or is that the exact amount that it took?
Thousands of gems in a handful of dust.
Interesting. It looks like it gave it to me back. That's cool. I spent 10,000. I spent 100,000 and each one gave me 100,000 back. Ah, I'm pretty happy about that. That also means I could just get rid of everything else now.
From creation, destruction. Wise to seek an Ascari where stones are concerned. Here's what remains.
Alright, I'm gonna switch the weapons over. Oh wait. One thing I forgot to do.
Worthy of the ancients, this.
Oh, no, I did do that. No, I didn't. Okay. So I had mine in fire damage multiplier, which I significantly lost. So in order to try to combat that happening, to make up for it, I should probably try to land it in critical strike damage. And then it might actually make up for that. Remember, this weapon is going to allow me to cast faster, which is a big deal. Let's go ahead and do it. Spam it. Critical damage. No. Ooh, that's so much life. Oh, that's so much life. Look at that. That's as much life as fucking grandfather. Let's see how much damage I'm losing. 8% and 15% fire damage multiplier. Getting a little more weapon damage, though. Oh, no, wait. That's mine. No, less weapon damage. Okay. Maybe we take a look at the spell, huh? Apocalypse. 25,700,000. $20,500,000. That's a lot of life. Okay. Okay. So now 35 instead of 40. 50 instead of 58. It's much closer. I went down a little bit of damage to go up a little bit of health. Oh, and to attack faster. So let's see how it feels. We won't get rid of this one. To the Undercity we go.
as I am. This hunt cannot
It is done.
Mainlander. What? I'll be here, swinging away. VT, to break another's work.
You try 125 or 130, but I don't want it to be difficult. Just use dodge. I gotta get back in the habit of fucking hitting dodge, man. What the fuck? No indication, no movement possible, nothing. You just hit the button, you stand there casting the spell, and you fucking die instantly to something that wasn't on your screen when you hit the fucking button. So bosses just kill you in 0.3 fucking seconds. If I do anything to lower my fucking damage, nothing will die. Fucking waste. I do not feel like I'm casting faster at all. Yes. This will make me 20% faster.
Fate must have plans for you.
I believe I'm already making the enemies vulnerable. Let's see how. I'm not making him vulnerable? Okay. I am not making the enemies vulnerable.
Mainlander, what do you see? The stars are goodbye. It has
That's
been
the only way that I am. So I'm going to need that. Well, that went smoother than last time. Not this part. 29, come on. Wasting my rolls. Wasting my rolls. Yes! 30. Ah. So hard to level at this point. Ow! Almost all glyphs up to 130.
swinging away. Anyone asks, tell them it's from Skovos.
Yeah, try this one for a little bit. This is the one that has the really high weapon damage on it. And that increases the, if you look at damage per hit, 3,700, 4,600 instead, 5,100, 6,100 instead. And that is the beginning determining number calculated with your skill. So maybe this is stronger. Even with less bonuses, the starting number is higher. So I'd like to just give it a shot.
Bring me a challenge next time.
Put this back in the bank. I'm looking for the highest number I can hit consistently. Sell some of this, make some money. 5 charm slot, 5 charm slot, 5 charm slot. I don't even look at it unless it says 6. Here's a flicker step. Let's go ahead and put this in with the rest of them in case I need to make one. Let's deconstruct this. And now let's check if we have a upgrade which will give us more resistance plus the occult or hellfire plus 3 skill level. No. So now we can transfer 3 at a time and see what we can come up with. I mean, these sell for over $1 million each too, but this is how I've been getting them, so it's worth just turning the 3 into 1. Alright, Terry, I'll give you my reward. The pit. The pit has a new button. Oh, I can have this too? Teleport you to an elite shrine or other pit objective. Or special events mechanics more common. Special events that can make you blast through it faster. What special event or encounter in a pit? There is no special event or encounter. Well, I do eventually want the thing. Oh, the butcher. He's annoying because when he charges, he kills me one hit. I'll give that a shot. I don't know what that is. Okay. And that is the Apocalypse build. Thank you for watching, everybody. It's much appreciated. So I'll do this, I'll do that, and I'll do this. Alright, I will see you soon. Starting on the stream.